Mahiru finds a mysterious gauntlet. Upon snapping, they turn into dust. Good day, good people. Well, I can't hear a thing. That was like, yeah, that's why I usually have one ear out of this. Whew, that is, it was so weird going straight from I hear everything in the world to silence. Good day, good people. Your United States Aviator is back in this fine day in the year of the Aviator, this fine Thursday in the year of the Aviator, and I say welcome to you back to Danganronpa Hunger Games. And today, it's time. It is time. Hope versus despair. And as you guys will see, these two teams are very unbalanced. So unbalanced. But there's a reason for this. It is because it's like it is actually in the games. Hope is at a strategic disadvantage, but will they be able to find a way to win? Because despair as a big group. And here's how we split it up. We have Team Hope, and they consist of Makoto, Nagito, and Munakata. Three very different versions of Hope. Kyoko, and her dad, Jinkirigiri. Komaru, Toko, Chihiro. We have Kaito, we have Chiaki. We have specifically AI Chiaki. We have Usami, we have Hina, we have Hiro. We have Togami, we have Izioi, Seiko, Ruruka, Kizakura, Juzo, the Great Gozu, and Bandai. That is Team Hope. Mostly Future Foundation, a little bit of Ultra Despair. Chihiro is there specifically because of Alter Ego. Let me tell you, if it was not for Chihiro, Team Hope would have lost a long time ago. Despair would have won. Chihiro is really the major key. Chihiro doesn't get enough credit. Chihiro basically saved the game. Chihiro saved the game on multiple occasions. Pretty much every single game too. And the anime. So, if we move on to the lengthy Team Despair, pretty much anyone who was ever a pawn in Junko's schemes. We start off with Monokuma and Junko herself. We have Mukuro, we have the mastermind who was Samugi, we have Yasuke, we have Mikan, we have Monika, we have Tengen, the worst mastermind, we have Chisa, we have Nagisa, we have Kotoko, we have Jotaro, we have Masaru, we have non-AI Chiaki because her death caused the spiraling despair of these next folks: Azuru, Akane, Fuyuhiko, Gundam, Kyoko, Ibuki, Kazuichi, Mahiru, Nakamaru, Peko, Sonya, Teru, and Fat Togami all fell to despair because of that one. And let's not forget about young Mitarai, whose skills also very helpful for Team Despair. We have Ryoko. We have the entirety of the student council because they are the ones who started all this. They started the whole thing. They started all of Junko's plans. They are the ones who made this so successful. We have Eiko, we have Asukase, we have Daiki, we have Karen, we have Kuroko, we have Kotami, we have Ryota, we have Shoji, we have Murasame, we have Sosuke, we have Suzuko, daughter of the Fire Lord. We have Taro, we have Tomohiko, and we have Tsubasa. Ladies and gentlemen, those are our two teams. Team Despair, I think, is more than twice the size of Team Hope. I don't really remember. I don't remember at all because let me tell you, at first I was like, how do I make these two teams even? And I was like, there's never really an even playing field for Hope and Despair. Hope just always comes out on top. So let me ask you guys. First, who do you think will win? And who do you think will lose? And do you think Hope will overcome Despair? That's the big question today. 3 questions, that's all you got. But also, since this is an especially large game, give me 2 winners and give me 2 losers. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of extra leeway, just a smidge. I'm just gonna pick 1 and 1. And do I think Hope will overcome Despair? But you guys get 2 and 2. So yeah, go ahead and do that. While you do that, I'm gonna have some water. I have to get ready tomorrow. Tomorrow is the big episode, the tier episode, and I know for a fact today I'm safe, but tomorrow Sayaka's back. I've avoided her for so long with these episodes. But tomorrow there may be a player of the game, or she may make the winner's bracket. That is my biggest fear. I can only hope that someone stops her. In fact, whoever stops her tomorrow, I will give you a hand-drawn certificate. And I will induct you into the squad. Hold me to that tomorrow, because I might forget. Alright. This is it. Hope versus Despair. My pick for winner, I gotta go the ultimate hope. I'm gonna go Makoto. Makoto's gonna win this thing, with his luck. Because that's how he's won everything. That's how he's been the man. For loser, I think it's gonna come from Despair, and I think it's gonna be Ibuki's time. Ibuki is done being next to last and not getting... I mean, she's been in the loser's bracket, but she's been next to last. She's gonna double up in the loser's bracket. She's gonna try and ensure, based on what I said last episode, she's gonna try and ensure that she gets into that top 12. Better odds. She's trying to be the second double loser. Will she do it? Can she do it? I believe she can. Well, let's find out if she can. Because first of all, hope will overcome despair. I believe it. And if you don't, if you believe in despair, then we will proceed and you will see for yourself how powerful hope truly is. So ladies and gentlemen, I implore you to join me on this voyage of hope versus despair. Because at the start, okay, yeah. The tributes stand on their podiums and the horn sounds. Ladies and gentlemen, sound the horns! Junko runs away from the cornucopia. Murasame grabs a backpack and retreats. Asukase runs away from the cornucopia. Makoto runs away from the cornucopia. Non-AI Chiaki grabs a sword. Taro runs away from the cornucopia. Monokuma, Ryoko, and Kaito work together to gather as many supplies as possible. Juzo runs away from the cornucopia. Sonya and Suzuko immediately become friends. Shoji receives a trident from inside of the cornucopia. Peko and Fat Togami fight for a bag. Fat Togami strangles Peko with the straps and runs. Peko is in the loser's bracket twice. I would have never thought that Peko would have joined the loser's bracket again, but here she is, losing again. She joins Kaede in the double loss category. Good on her. Eiko seriously can contemplate suicide. Don't do it, girl. Masaru runs away from the cornucopia. Gundam finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Ruruko runs away from the cornucopia. Tomohiko runs away from the cornucopia, as does Teru. Nikan refuses to fall into despair. Well, you're already on Team Despair, girl. Izuru snatches a pair of sais. Komaru finds a huge rocket launcher. We're not going to talk about... You guys remember how rocket launchers turned out last game. Mukuro trips over their feet and breaks their neck on the way down. Rest in peace, Mukuro. Hyoko breaks Monika's nose for a basket of bread. Hiro runs away from the cornucopia. Munakata runs away from the cornucopia as well. Chihiro stays in the cornucopia for resources. Daiki grabs a backpack, not realizing it's empty. Mitarai finds a canteen full of water. Togami runs away from the cornucopia. Sosuke argues with Monokuma. Yasuke. Look, I was doing so well with his name, and then first time, there he is, messing it up. Tries to remember who they are. Katoko tries to help him remember, but it's no use. The Great Gozu runs away from the cornucopia. Tsubasa, hold on, Yasuke, you're looking real Ryoko-like right now. Tsubasa refuses to believe any of this is real. Chiaki shoots an arrow at Ryota but misses and kills Usami. Oh, that must have hurt. That must have hurt, Chiaki. That must have hurt so much. That's your homie. Kyoko, Jin, Hina, and Nagito have a party to boost morale. During it, Jin turns off the lights and kills Kuroko. Rest in peace, Kuroko. Chisa snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Fuyuhiko runs into the cornucopia and hides. Bandai and Kizakura run away from the cornucopia. Akane refuses to believe that any of this is real. Tsumugi takes a spear of Gundia from inside of the cornucopia. Izuya acts antisocial and refuses to introduce himself. Ibuki runs away from the cornucopia. Nekomaru refuses to believe any of this is real. Toko runs away from the cornucopia, as does Jotaro, as does Kazuichi the Ultimate Pimp. Tengen and Nagisa fight for a bag. Nagisa retreats and gives up. He was like, I've seen someone die to a bag today, I'm not letting that happen to me. Karen takes a handful of throwing knives. Seiko and Kotami make a secret pact to work together, and Mahiru receives a trident from inside of the cornucopia. King Neptune is Mahiru, ladies and gentlemen. We'll proceed. It is day 1. Hoo boy. Eiko runs away from the cornucopia. I'm sorry, we're still stuck in the cornucopia mine. She runs away from Teru Teru. Teru Teru is the cornucopia. Ruruka fishes. Sonya stalks Munakata. Mahiru finds a mysterious gauntlet. Upon snapping, they turn Gundam, Juzo, Murasame, Monica, Ryoko, Taro, and Komaru into dust. Alright, Mahiru, I didn't know that you were freaking. Jeez Louise, Mahiru, stop! Don't do this! We've all cried enough from gauntlets and snapping. Freaking Thanos, Mahiru. Kaito travels to higher ground. Junko confides in Hyoko. Jin convinces Hiro not to kill him, only to kill him instead. Ooh, wow. Well, rest in peace, Hiro, I guess. Tomohiko, Mitarai, Fuihiko, Kazuichi, and Kyoko look for other people to kill. Hina and Soji talk about their lives. Daiki runs away from Azuru. Asukase, Chihiro, and Seiko discuss the killing life so far. Mikan sleeps the entire day away from everyone else after that snappage. In an effort to survive, Toko tries to strangle Ibuki with toilet paper. It is fortunately two-ply and is enough to kill Ibuki. Rest in peace, Ibuki. Dies of toilet paper. Kotami sprains her ankle while running away from Kotoko, master of the dark arts. We were like, our first 4 letters are the same. I cannot let this live. You must die. Luckily, she got away. Monokuma, Suzuko, daughter of the Fire Lord. Togami and Jataro hunt for other tributes. Fat Togami questions his sanity. Chiaki, Nekomaru, Chisa, and Tsumugi all talk about their tributes. Tengen fishes. Bandai, Tsubasa, Karen, and the Great Gozu play cards. Kizakura and Nagito talk about their lives. Nagisa, Ryota, and Nane Aishiaki discuss the killing life so far. Sosuke, Masaru, Izuyoi, Makoto, and Yasuke hunt for other tributes, and Akane camouflages herself in the bushes. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll proceed. It is time for... Really? The Day 1 arena event always gets me, because we've lost so many people so far, and now we're about to lose a whole... Oh gosh, it's the border. It's Makoto's event. The one that made him famous for being the only one to survive. This is about to be a brutal Day 1. Kaito survives, Sonya survives, and Tengen survives. Chiaki restrains Kazuichi to a tree and leaves him there to die. So long, ultimate dump. Thinking they could escape, Karen and Azuru attempt to run through the border together. Azuru probably actually survived because he's a god, but he's dead in this one. Seiko survives. Soji pushes Chihiro into the border while he's not paying attention. Tsumugi pushes Toko into the border while she's not paying attention. Nagito pushes Jin into the border while he's not paying attention. Suzuko restrains Junko to a tree and leaves her to die. Mikan is electrocuted by the border. Eiko, Fuihiko, Nagito, Daiki all survives. Hina's electrocuted by the border. Suzuko survives. Or Sosuke, rather. Survives. Bandai trips on a tree root and is unable to recover fast enough. Rest in peace. Ryota survives. Nane Achiaki survives. So does Akane. Tsubasa is electrocuted by the border. Hyoko restrains Izuyoi to a tree and leaves him to die. Monokuma survives. Asukase pushes the Master of the Dark Arts into the border while she's not paying attention. Mitarai survives. Mahiru, Thanos Mahiru, is electrocuted by the border. Thinking they could escape, Ruruka and Jataro attempt to run together through the border and they both die. Yasuke survives. The Great Gozu is electrocuted by the border. Tomohiko pushes Kyoko into the border while she's not paying attention. Thinking they could escape, Makoto, you know that you can't escape because you and Masaru, I guess maybe you were trying to use your luck. They both run into the border together and they both die. Teru Teru survives. Chisa is electrocuted by the border. Kotami survives. Munakata trips on a tree root and is unable to recover fast enough. Nekomaru pushes Kizakura into the border while he's not paying attention. Fat Togami trips on a tree root and is unable to recover fast enough, and Togami survives. Ladies and gentlemen, holy heck, how many people right now, how many people do you think are gone? I think we lost like 30. Let's find out. Claire de Lune for 37. 37 people in a single day. Because of that insanely bloody Day 1, followed by the even bloodier arena event. the largest Clair de Lune, I think, ever for Peko, Mukuro, Usami, Kiroko, Gundam, Juzo, Murasame, Monica, Ryoko, Taro, Komaru, Hiro, Ibuki, Kazuichi, Karen, Izuru, Chihiro, Toko, Jin, Junko, Mikan, Hina, Bandai, Tsubasa, Izuyoi, Kotoko, Mahiru, Ruruka, Jotaro, The Great Gozu, Kyoko, Makoto, Masaru, Chisa, Munakata, Kizakura, and Fat Togami. Yeah, we really need to see everybody's statuses after that one, because that dwindled the competition like crazy. For Team Hope, there's only Nagito, Kaito, Chiaki, Togami, and Seiko. 5 people. While Team Despair is still kind of flourishing. Monokuma, Tsumugi, Yasuke, Tengen, Nagisa, Nanei Chiaki, Akane, Fuyuhiko, Hyoko, Nekomaru, Sonya, Teru, Eiko, Asukase, Daiki, Kotami, Ryota, Shoji, Sosuke, Suzuko, Daughter of the Fire Lord, and Tomohiko. So I think it's like 5 to freaking, I don't know how many this is. I didn't look, I didn't count. But, whew, what a day. Most people died from WoW. That's not looking good for Team Hope. I don't know, Nagito could be the ultimate hope for Team Hope. I don't know how I feel about that. Let's find out if he is. Let's proceed. Let's see who wins. At the start of night 1, Sosuke sets up camp for the night. Sonya kills Fuyuhiko as he tries to run. Seiko and Chiaki exercise under the stars. They invite Kaito, who promptly murders them both without witnesses. Kaito, that's 2 people from your own team. What are you doing, son? What are you doing? Tomohiko tends to his own wounds. Shoji goes to sleep. Nanei Chiaki cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. Ryota tries to sing herself to sleep. That might have been my bad. Ryota's a girl. But he's a guy. Daiki, Teru, and Asukase discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Mitarai holds a secret meeting with some people of Despair and Togami, who is really one of the only hopes for Team Hope. With Tsumugi, Togami, Tengen, and Monokuma, Suzuko receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Yasuke sets up camp for the night. Kotami is awoken by nightmares. Nekomaru sets up camp for the night. Eiko lets Akane into her shelter. Hyoko's trap kills Nagito. Not looking good for Team Hope. Nagisa's medical supplies. He's got them from an unknown sponsor. We'll proceed. It is time for day 2. And Eiko tries to spearfish with a trident. Hyoko tries to spearfish with a trident. Kotami overhears Daiki and Sonya talking in the distance. Teru questions his sanity. Yasuke discovers a river. Tengen seems to be dead, but it's a lie. Tomohiko chases Kaito around with a mace. Asukase questions his sanity. Nekomaru fishes. Suzuko questions her sanity. Togami travels to higher ground. Sosuke explores the arena. Monokuma constructs a shack. Mitarai diverts Shoji's attention and runs away. Tsumugi, Ryota, and Akane hunt for other tributes, and Nagisa tries to spearfish with a trident, and now, hopefully, Clair de Lune? Yes, Clair de Lune. 5 cannon shots, 3 of them from Team Hope, so there's only 2 of them remaining. Clair de Lune 4. Fuyuhiko. Seiko. Chiaki. Non-AI, Chiaki. Nagito. So if we see everybody's statuses now, Kaito and Togami are the final hopes, because this is a very one-sided versus battle. I don't know how they're gonna pull it off, but if they do, then they do. Good on them. I don't see it happening. I truly don't. But you know what? I can't lose hope in Team Hope. I hope I did not jinx Team Hope. I can't lose hope. Ladies and gentlemen, we gotta proceed. We gotta see who wins this one. Let's go for it. At the start of night 2, Nekomaru cries himself to sleep, poor boy. Yasuke chases Teru, Asukase, and Nagisa trying to enforce a curfew. Mitarai receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Togami attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Ryota starts a fire. Daiki starts a fire. Suzuko lets Sosuke into her shelter. Kaito destroys. Eiko survives, supplies while she's asleep. Why would you do that? She's so adorable. Eiko, why? Why would you do that, Kaito? You're a monster. Shoji starts a fire. Sonya receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Kotami tends to Tomohiko's wounds. Hyoko and Akane talk about the tribute still alive. Monokuma goes to sleep. Tengen attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. And Tsurugi sees a fire but stays hidden. We'll proceed. It is time for day 3. Akane thinks about home. Shoji kills the Fire Lord's daughter, Suzuko, as she tries to run away. Kaito searches for firewood. Tomohiko sleeps the entire day away from everybody else. Mitarai practices archery. Yasuke travels to higher ground. Nagisa explores the arena. Ooh. Nekomaru brains Daiki with a dumbbell. Rest in peace, Daiki. Hyoko finds his body and messes around with it for fun. Kotami fishes. Sosuke diverts Asuka's attention and runs away. Ryota stalks Sonya. Togami practices archery. Tsumugi attacks Tengen, but he manages to escape. Eiko receives a hatch from an unknown sponsor. Teru slips the entire day away from everyone else, and Monokuma sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. We lost 2. 2 cannon shots, 2 members of the student council gone. Can we get a Claire de Lune for them? Suzuko. Daiki. We don't really need to see everybody's statuses because we just know those 2 are gone from over here. How many people do we have? 2, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 versus 2. 18 versus 2. If one of you makes it to the final 2, I don't know what I'll say. I'll say, you know what? These versus games, it's still anybody's game. But we gotta proceed to see if that happens, and let's find out if it does. At the start of night 3, Akane receives fresh fruit from an unknown sponsor. She will probably finish it before the night's end. She will probably finish it before the hour's end. She is a bottomless black hole of a stomach. Asukase fends Kaito, Yasuke, and Ryota away from his fire. Nekomaru lets Tsumugi into a shelter. Eiko repeatedly stabs Mitarai to death with sighs. Kotami starts a fire. Nagisa chases Monokuma, Sosuke, and Teru trying to enforce a curfew. Soji tries to stay up all night to catch the mastermind, but falls asleep. Tengen and Tomohiko talk about the tribute still alive. Sonya climbs a tree to rest. Togami screams for help, and crazy Hyoko thinks about winning. Maybe she will. Maybe this will be her day. But it's time for day 4 to start. Kotami questions her sanity. Monokuma starts to go insane. Tengen tries to find every Monokuma on the school grounds, probably going to shake their hands. Bad mastermind. Ryota hunts for other tributes with a shotgun. Sosuke receives fresh fruit from an unknown sponsor. Oh, Togami falls into a pit but somehow lives. You should probably just stay in there, my boy. Shoji collects fruit from a tree. Nekomaru receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Akane receives a hatch from an unknown sponsor. Teru and Tsumugi play tricks on Hyoko while Sonya steals from her room. Eiko, Asukase, Nagisa, and Kaito hunt for other tributes, and Yasuke tries to sneak attack Tomohiko, but Tomohiko catches on and runs away. It is time for Claire de Lune. We only lost 1 person. In contrast to the day 1, it's been rather slow. Another arena event or the feast will change that in an instant, but for right now, let's get a Claire de Lune 4. Mitarai. We don't really need to see everybody's statuses, but I'll click it anyway. They lost 1. Team Despair, you're slowly dwindling, Team Despair. Team Hope has not lost 1 person in a long time. Team Hope is doomed. Let's proceed. It is time for night 4. Yasuke screams for help. Togami and Hyoko run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Tomohiko tries to sing himself to sleep. Monokuma receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Eiko tries to treat her infection. Sonya and Akane hold hands. Tengen goes to the Love Hotel with Kaito, but somehow wakes up next to Nekomaru. Nagisa tends to Shoji's wounds. Asukase defeats Katomo in a fight but spares her life. Ryota and Tsumugi hold hands. Sosuke is awoken by nightmares, and Teru was unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for day 5. Sonya spends a date ticket on Ryota. Look at that. It's a cute date. Now that Gundam's done, you're just going on dates with everyone, aren't you, Sonya? Jeez Louise. You're still my ride or die. I don't blame you, as long as you keep winning. Nekomaru steals from Teru while he isn't looking. Yasuke camouflages himself in the bushes. Shoji searches for firewood. Monokuma is unable to convince Kotomo not to kill him. Rest in peace, Monokuma. The headmaster of despair. Maybe they stand a chance now. Maybe hope stands a chance. Hyoko tries to spearfish with a trident. Kaito chases Tsumugi around with a mace. Nagisa investigates the school ground looking for clues. Togami taints Akane's food, killing her. That's the way you do it, Togami. You taint her food, she'll eat it anyway, and now she's gone. Asukase, Aiko, Tomohiko, Tengen, and Sosuke look for other people to kill. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a Clair de Lune. We lost 2. Can we declare de Lune 4? Monokuma. Akane. If they keep dwindling, you guys, Team Hope has a chance. I'm still holding out for hope. It could be Kaito to join Team Winners, but then he would automatically, if he made it to the finale, he would automatically be a fan vote because he's definitely on Team Losers. Togami, on the other hand, could use a win. Anyone else here? Do we have any previous winners other than Sonya? Not for this season, no. Anyone else would be a fresh winner, at least. Because Nagisa's on the losers bracket. Interesting. Yeah. Alright, well, let's see what happens. We gotta proceed. This is an interesting game. Especially after that day 1. It's time for night 5. Shoji. If she is fresh fruit from an unknown sponsor, Tengen goes to sleep. Kotami sneaks up on a sleeping Yasuke and sets fire to him camp? Oh, that must have been the wrong type. That's supposed to be his camp. Killing Yasuke. Rest in peace, Yasuke. Oh, well, now I need to see... I'm gonna go and change that eventually. Eventually. It might never change. You guys might see it like that again. Eiko passes out from exhaustion. Ryota and Sosuke sleep in shifts. Nagisa receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Togami kills Teru while he's sleeping. Sonya tends to Asukase's wounds. Togami tries to treat his infection. Tsumugi tries to treat her infection. And Kaito loses sight of where he is. Tomohiko cries himself to sleep. And Crazy Yoko crazily screams for help. We will proceed. It is time for Day the Feast. Not Day 6. It's time for the feast. Ladies and gentlemen, Kotami decides not to go to the feast. Neither does Tengen, neither does Sosuke, but Tsumugi, Soji, and Togami successfully ambush, oh my goodness, Eiko, Kaito, and Hyoko. Togami, that was one of your only other hopes for this team, for Team Hope. You're now the last man standing. Ryota decides not to go to the feast. Tomohiko decides not to go to the feast. Sonya decides not to go to the feast. Nagisa severely slices Asukase with a sword. He's dead. And Nekomaru falls into a pit and dies. Now it's time for Day 6. We are dwindling even more. Tsumugi runs away from Ryota. Sonya and Sosuke hunt for other tributes. Kotami, Togami, Tomohiko, and Nagisa talk about their hobbies. In an effort to survive, Tengen tries to strangle Shoji with toilet paper. Unfortunately, it's 2-ply and Shoji is dead. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, the student council has been doing a very good job in this game. As opposed to how they usually do. Ladies and gentlemen, 8 cannon shots. Clair de Lune 4. Yasuke. Teru. Aiko. Kaito. Hyoko. Asukase. Nekomaru. Shoji. And if we see everybody's statuses now, it is Togami who is the lone being on Team Hope, but he does have 4 kills. Everyone else on Team Despair, it is Tsumugi, Nagisa, Tengen, Sonya, and then 4 members of the student council, Kotami, Ryota, Sosuke, and Tomohiko. Sosuke has actually been a power player in these games. He's gotten 6 kills in a game. Not this game, though. He could win. He could get us past this victory. Let's proceed and see if he does. I don't know. It's gonna be a close one. Let's proceed. Because at the start of night 6, Tsumugi stays awake all night. Tomohiko holds a secret meeting with Sonya, Nagisa, Tengen, and Togami. Ryota attempts to climb a tree but falls on Sosuke, killing them both. And Kotomi receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, we lost 2 people from despair. Will it continue? Let's find out. Tomohiko constructs a shack, Tengen chases Tsumugi, Togami fishes, Kotomi, I keep calling her Kotami, I don't know why, tries to sneak attack Sonya, but Sonya catches on and runs away, and Nagisa tries to sleep the entire day. Ladies and gentlemen, we lost 2? We did. Thanks to the trees, we have lost Claire de Lune 4. Ryota. Sosuke. One person from Team Hope. Several from Team Despair. Tomohiko. Kotomi. Sonya. Nagisa. Tengen. And Tsumugi. It is a 6v1. Can Togami do it? Can he win for Team Hope? Let's proceed. Let's find out. At the start of Night 7, Tengen looks at the nighttime sky. Tsumugi and Kotomi, well that, you're my new Yasuke apparently, Kotomi, run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Togami goes to the Love Hotel with Sonya, Tomohiko tends to his wounds, and Nagisa receives an explosion from an unknown sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Day 8. Togami, Tsumugi, and Nagisa discuss the killing life so far. Kotomi receives a hatch from an unknown sponsor. Tomohiko tries to sleep through the entire day. Tengen camouflages himself in the bushes, and Sonya makes a wooden spear. We didn't lose a single soul. It's no Claire de Lunes, but we will proceed to Night 8. Sonya cooks her food before putting out her fire. Togami shoots an arrow at Tengen, but it misses and kills Nagisa instead. Rest in peace, my blue boy. Tomohiko goes to the Love Hotel with Tsumugi, but somehow wakes up next to Kotomi. Ladies and gentlemen, Claire de Lune. Not yet. It's time for Day 9. Whew. Togami travels to higher ground. Sonya severely slices Tsumugi with a sword. Rest in peace, Tsumugi. Kotomi and Tomohiko work together to drown Tengen. Look at the student councilness working together. We're at our final 4 and Togami is still alive. We'll proceed. It is time for Claire de Lune. We lost 3. Ladies and gentlemen, Nagisa. Tsumugi. Tengen. And if we see everybody's statuses, Togami, 5 kills, still alive, but still has to deal with Sonya, who is a master of these games this season, Kotomi, and Tomohiko. It is a 3v1 now. Can Togami do it? Or will despair reign true? Let's find out. Let's proceed. We gotta get ourselves a winner, and it is not going to be Togami. Despair will win out. Tomohiko overpowers Togami, killing him. Rest in peace, Togami. You are really the player of the game. If we have to, everyone clap it up for Togami. He survived for so long after that first day. After the first day when there were only 5 people from freaking Team Hope left. Not looking good for them, but he made it so far. Sonya quietly hums, and Kotomi cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide, which means on this next day we will probably have ourselves a winner. Will it be Sonya for a 3rd time in 1 season? Or will it be Tomohiko for his first time? Ladies and gentlemen, Tomohiko falls into a pit and dies. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 cannon shots for Togami, Kotomi, Tomohiko. And we don't need to see everybody's statuses because that means you're winner. Again. For a record 3rd time in 1 season. It's Sonya from Team Despair. Sheep Wrangling Sonya is not playing games this season. 3 times in 1 season. That's crazy. That's legitimately wild. I'm shocked. First of all, that's my original ride or die. And then she won again and I was like, no wait, I'm switching back. This is still my ride or die. And she was like, I'm not gonna let you down, Avi. Truly shocking. I can't believe that out of nowhere she pulls off another victory. Wow. Okay, let's proceed, because first of all, still, Togami, you deserve something after this performance. You held out hope for so long. There were 64 people and you held out hope for so long. You were the last person on Team Hope for quite some time. You were there with Kaito for quite some time, but you only got 4th place. Maybe they'll vote you in for your performance in this episode. I might put you as a candidate for something. Sonya, on the other hand, She's a god. She's a goddess. Princess? No, goddess. She's the ultimate sheep wrangling goddess. Jeez Louise, 3 times. Unstoppable, dominant force in these games. Last place was Pekko, who also really trying to get into the finale, doubling up her chances in the losers bracket. In fact, let's just bring up the brackets right now. Jeez Louise, bringing up not the winners bracket. This is freaking the sheep wrangling Sonya bracket. This is her time, this is her game, this is her, this is all Sonya, because let me tell you, I have no words. If somehow, someway she doesn't get into the finale, I'll freak out. I'll be so confused. I was like, you had 3 chances, Sonya. 3 chances in that game, and you didn't get in? How? How did you do it? And if we look at the losers bracket, we have Pekko. Pekko, who... Does that mean Fuyuhiko's going to lose tomorrow? Huh. That's something you guys might want to remember, because somehow, someway, they've been back-to-back in all of the bracket appearances. So, now that she's there again, Fuyuhiko might take the loss tomorrow. The odds of that happening are less than 1 in 100. So it'll be interesting if it happens again. I'll just be like, RNG, I don't know what you're doing, but you did it. You did it again. Ladies and gentlemen, your United States Aviators taking off. Tomorrow, the tier list makes it into the games, and we will have a full winners versus losers bracket. I'm excited for it. After winners and losers on the 29th and the 30th of August, I think that's the dates for the the Thursday and Friday. I think so. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right-ish. Sounds about right. Then we'll have our winners versus losers finale after you guys get some fan votes, because after this game, it's really unlikely that you guys won't get a few fan votes. Last season you guys got 2. This season it feels like you might get more than 2. Ladies and gentlemen, United States Aviators taking off. Thanks for watching this fine Thursday in the year of the Aviator. And to you I say, toodaloo, flight crew.